Introduction to Konkokyo. Evolving out of the faith and teachings of its founder, Konko Daijin, this faith is called Konkokyo. Konkokyo was founded on November 15, 1859. As a religion, Konkokyo is unique in that it has no strict set of rules that believers must follow. We believe that Kami is the universe, the spirit and energy that flows through galaxies, planets, the air, the earth, and life. Our founder referred to this spirit and energy as Tenchi Kane no Kami, or Parent God. Konkokyo believes that the Parent God, sometimes referred to as Kami, is the parent of all people and living things, embracing our lives to protect and provide us with what we need to grow and mature. All people are allotted both a physical body and a piece of the parent God that is our souls. People are therefore all children of Kami, who as the parent strives to support and protect us. However, when humans live in peace and tranquility, they tend to forget about the parent God, which sustains and protects life. People become arrogant and think they can live on their own will, and secularization and technology comes with consequences of environmental pollution, violence, war, economic disparity, and many other problems. The founder said that man must be humble, listen, and accept the ways of the universe. We need to reform our selfish and self-centered ways. Our goal is for each of us to open our hearts so that we become as broad and accepting as our parent God's heart, for the whole world to become one with the parent God. By reforming our hearts through our parent God's guidance, we can learn to change sufferings and hardships into blessings. We will improve our lives and the lives of those around us. Keeping Kami in our hearts at all times brings us closer to Kami. Our founder, Konko Daijin, in his practice of faith, broadened his heart and became one with Kami. The wisdom, deep understanding of life, and the inner strength and warmth gained from keeping the parent God in his heart gave him the divine title of Ikigami, living God. The process of our human hearts developing into the parent God's heart and spirit is like a drop of water entering the ocean. Upon entering the ocean, the drop of water takes on the properties of the ocean and becomes ocean water. The single drop of water gains the vastness of the ocean. Main concepts. Tenji Kakitsuke, Divine Reminder. The Divine Reminder is the essence of the Konko faith. When the Japanese government forbade our founder to propagate his faith, he was ordered to take down all altar fixtures and offerings, as well as to stop praying. He retreated to a small room to meditate quietly. Here, left with nothing, our founder realized that structure, rituals, and physical worship were not important. It was at this time our founder received the words of the Divine Reminder from our parent God. The Divine Reminder, the common message, is interpreted as, through the mediation, the workings of the living God, pray and make requests to Kami with a sincere and devoted heart, for blessings depend upon and are found within your heart, within a heart of joy and peace. Pray on this day, every day, and at every moment. We are taught that no matter where we are or what is happening, if we keep the Divine Reminder in our hearts, we will be able to remember to turn to Kami for help and thus receive blessings. Living Kami. Konko Daijin has taught us that each one of us is capable of becoming a living God. By accepting the guidance God has provided for us and practicing to develop a heart that embraces everything and everyone unconditionally, we will realize the infinite love and blessings that shine upon us. With this realization, our faith will begin to reflect in our actions, and we will begin to live each day with the radiance and joy only inner happiness can bring. While we are here to live and love and grow, we are given the privilege, the gift of helping others. In the process of finding peace within ourselves, we wish to share our faith with others to end suffering, and the fulfillment of life will spread to those around us throughout the world. Mutual reliance. There is a mutually dependent relationship between our parent God and humanity. People cannot exist without God, and God cannot exist without people. With air, water, food, and many other blessings of the universe in our parent God's body, people can live and work. In return, God asks that people help and save others, live according to the way of the universe, and make the world a happy and peaceful place to live. Through this interdependent relationship, both parent God and humanity continue to exist. Toritsugi mediation. For us to free ourselves from sufferings, we first need to realize the interdependent relationship between God and humanity, and then work to develop it within ourselves. However, because it is difficult to do so on our own, it is the role of the minister to be the main mediator to help us understand, develop, and strengthen our relationship with God. At the mediation seat in the church, the mediator listens carefully to the expressions of gratitude, apologies, requests, and problems of the believer, taking the joys and sorrows of the believer as if they were their own. The mediator then prays to the parent God with the believer. The mediator relays to the believer parent God's instructions and teachings that the mediator receives while praying. This is the basic form of mediation. Mediation is not something that takes place only at the mediation seat in the church, but is something that can take place anytime and anywhere. No heaven or hell. According to Konkokyo beliefs, we do not believe that there is a heavenly realm, a distant place spirits go to after they leave the body. Nor do we believe there is a hell, a dungeon-like place where spirits suffer eternally. When we die, we only return to the universe. In the words of our founder, whether you are living or dead, heaven and earth, the universe, will always be your home. Heaven and hell can exist only in the minds and hearts of those who have such beliefs. Konkokyo also does not believe in transmigration or reincarnation. Worship Hall. The worship hall is called the Hiromae. It is the place where we practice our faith and receive Toritsugi mediation. Upon entering the Hiromae, you will notice that there are two altars. The larger altar in the center is for our parent God. The smaller altar to the left is dedicated to all spirits. These altars provide believers with a place to focus their prayers and pay their respects to Kami and our founder, and to all spirits. The mediation seat is located on the right side of the altars. The offerings placed upon the altars represent our gratitude to Kami. They also serve as a reminder to us of how our lives are sustained each day by these blessings. spiritual leader. Our founder passed on the responsibility of performing mediation to one of his sons. Preserving this sacred role, although each church has ministers and every minister performs mediation, the mediation at the headquarters is reserved for Konko-sama, who is nominated from the descendant families of the founder. Getting up in the early hours of each morning, the fifth Konko-sama, Reverend Heiki Konko, continues the role of our founder by receiving people who seek his mediation. Headquarters. A quiet town nestled in the valley of Okayama Prefecture came to be called Konko Town after our founder, Konko Daijin. Locations. Konkokyo churches are located not only in Japan, but also in the continental United States, Hawaii, Canada, and Brazil. We also have activity centers in South Korea and Paraguay. The first Konko Mission in Hawaii has been serving the community since 1926. Today, Konko Missions are located in Honolulu, Waipahu, Wahiawa, Wailuku, and in Hilo. If you are interested in Konkokyo and would like to know more, please feel free to contact a Konko Mission near you or call the Konkokyo Hawaii Center, the administrative office of Konkokyo in Hawaii. Thank you for watching. We pray for your happiness and for world peace. Aloha.
With a heart caught up in doubt and worry, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, sorrow within my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light flowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. When I'm down and ready to surrender, when times are hard